Welcome. So today we're going to learn Parshas Berachah, and B'shol Tov Mitzlachas. This brings an end to the cycle of what we've been doing for the last year. When I wrote the Shofar the Torah many years ago, I was a young man, and I liked the sugyas of shtaris. And I thought to myself, I had some Torah, I had maybe 75, 100 pages of Torah, and I thought, let me write a sefer on shtaris. So I figure I have something already, and I'll add a little bit here, a little bit there, I'll have a sefer on shtaris. So that's what I did. Once I got into it, I was like hanging on for dear life. It was overwhelming, all these sugyas, one on top of the other. The Torah that I had, that Kamat didn't use. For like 2.5 years, I was just trying to keep my head above water, until finally, Baruch Hashem, I finished the Sefer. And I realized then that if I had known what would be involved, I don't think I would have done it. But because I didn't know, I thought it would be easy, so I jumped into it. And then, once you're in it, what are you going to do? You're going to back out. So you do it. So I think that the Rebbeinu Shloim, when a person has facing a major undertaking, he makes a haloma. He makes that you don't realize. He makes that you should think that it's okay, it's not so bad, it's not so hard, you'll do it, it'll go. And once you're in it, then you're in it. And that's what he does. And I found this all throughout life, that people undertake enterprises, and it's, okay, we'll do it, I'm going to open a business. Open a business. Yeah, well, I'll retail store. I'll rent a store, and I'll get some this and this and that, and I'll have a business. And once they're in it, it's just find 1,000 things that they have to do, and they don't have a day, they don't have a night until they have it all set up. And if they had known that what would be involved, they would have gotten a job in the post office. I don't know what they would have done, but when anything, I think it's like that. You do something, a major undertaking, the Rebbeinu Shloim lets you think that it's going to go easy. And even if you know it's going to go hard, you say, I know it's going to be hard, but handle it, you can handle it. He doesn't let you know that it's going to be something that it's going to take all your koiches to handle, and from that you grow, and you do it. So this cycle that we did, the weekly Chumash, where we learned together, we opened the Chumash, we read the Chumash, we read the Rashi, and we learned it. And I really felt that we were learning together. People told me that because I was reading for a Chumash, they didn't feel I don't like to lecture or give shiur. We were learning together. And so I wrote a sefer on Chumash called Rabbi Yosef. I showed it, and the beginning. And I figured I have a sefer. I have I have a shtickle on every Parshas, so I'll open up the sefer, I'll look up a shtickle, and I'll say it, and we'll do it, and Binyamin pushed me into this, and I said, okay, I'll do it. Fine. But I didn't realize how hard this would be. It was very hard. First of all, not everything that was there that I want to say, and other things, and then I came up with new things, and just the pressure of doing this every single week, to sitting here and speaking, and it was very, very hard. And Baruch Hashem, the Rebbeinu Shalom told me it's going to be easy. He didn't tell me something sheker. He allowed me to think that it's going to be easy, and I thought it would be easy, and I figured I'll do it, I'll do it from going to the yeshiva till I go into Kolaria to write my sefer. I'll stop here, and we'll do it in 20 minutes, and we'll get it done, and that's it. It's not even going to be noticeable. It's not how it was. And Baruch Hashem, listen, I feel very accomplished. I feel very honored that I was able to do this, and I've met, the hundreds of people have listened to this. Some of them. I know it goes by the week, I guess, about how people. We get a count of the hits, about how busy people are. But some weeks it was maybe pushing close to 1,000 between all the platforms, and it's a tremendous chus to be able to be marbitz Torah and to learn with people, and people enjoyed it. They felt it was like different topics than you usually hear. I wasn't giving musar, but just to learn and to come up with ideas. And very interesting that whenever you learn Chumash, and I've been through Chumash a number of times, every time I do Shnai Mikra, I always see something new that I didn't notice before in the Targum, in the Pasuk, in the Rashi, and I really just try to limit myself to that. There's always something new. And it was a very big schus for me, and I appreciate that very, very much. So this ends the cycle, and after Yom Tov, I'm not going to do this again, at least not for the foreseeable future. I'm going to do something else. Again, at the urging of Binyamin, that I'm going to do a series on history. I'm going to talk about Jewish history in the context of world history. I'm going to talk about a global view of history. I'm not going to get specific about what I'm going to do now, but it'll be more of a lamdisha approach to history, to understand what was going on. I have many ideas about this. I've written different things about this. So, of course, I think it's going to be easy, right? It's not going to be easy. I know it. But listen, I think I can. It's going to be harder than I think it's going to be hard. What I'm doing also is, the plan is we're going to set up a website, and I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book on history, which is something I've always wanted to do. Sometimes I did little parts, but sometimes I wanted to do. And I'm going to do it in conjunction with these sessions. And I'm going to write a chapter, and then I'm going to say it. I'm going to speak about it. And then we're going to set up a website, and I'm going to post it. And I will invite listeners to go to the website and comment on it, and review it and comment on it. And I will incorporate their comments into the book. I mean, I'm sure people will have many things of value to say that could enhance what I've done. And I will incorporate it from time to time. If it's really something which is, major, then I will say it on these online. And in the end, I hope to have a book which is not only my own thoughts, but a book which incorporates the participation of the people that are listening and the people that are, writing the comments on it. And that, I think, would be something that would be a great accomplishment, something that I really would like to do. So I don't know exactly when we're going to start. It'll be after Sukkot, and I cannot promise that I will do it every single week. When we're doing the Parshas, there's no choice. You have to do it every single week. This, I will not promise that, but I'll try to do it as quickly as possible, as regularly as possible. Maybe I'll end up doing it every other week, or maybe 3 out of 4 weeks, or maybe every week. I don't know. But for my own self-discipline, I really want to write that chapter before I say it. So that's a lot of work, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I really hope that you'll join us and you'll participate, and it's going to be an adventure, a journey. I think I'm looking very much forward to it. So, before we go on, I'd like to thank. First of all, I want to thank Binyamin Sofer, because he's the driving force here. He's the one. He's the guilty party. He's the one. And my good friend, and who has he has such a bren when it comes to Torah and Yiddishkeit. and he's such a geschmack, and he's excited to do this and to bring Torah to Klal Yisrael, to be Marbitz Torah. So I have to thank him very much. It's not easy, it's nothing is easy. I thank him very, very much. And I want to thank the platforms. I want to thank Leza Hassenfeld, like with Scoop. I want to thank the staff at Torah Anytime and at Matzav, who hosted these I don't know what to call them, these lessons, these sessions of learning Chumash together with many people. And last of all, I'd like to thank my listeners. Now, in the beginning, I saw the hits. They were like a few hundred. I don't know, like they're just like impersonal, abstract numbers. But over the year, I've met numerous people who told me that they listen. People that I know, people that I don't know, random. I mean, no such thing as a random person, but just people come over to me. I don't know. I listen to you every week. Men, women, Hasidim, yeshivish people. All kinds of people, and some of them I know, some of them I don't know, and they provided a face to my listeners, and even though I haven't seen all of them, but I begin to get an idea of who you are, and every single one of you is very chashuv to me, every single one. And I want to thank every single one of you that sat here and listened. Was it every week or most weeks or some weeks? But every single one that participated in these sessions, I really thank you very much. It's been a great honor and a very great zchus and a pleasure to be able to learn with you. Before I go to the list, a few different Torah this week, I just want to say that I do get a mazel tov, that very recently I put out a new sefer. It's called Shufra de Berachah. I worked on this for 4 years, and basically it's a Lomdish review of all the sugyas of Berachah and Shas, very, very difficult sugya, very mysterious sugya, and Baruch Hashem, listen, I made a shachiono. This is Shufra de Berachah, and also I reprinted the Shofar de Shibuda, which, as you understand, is on the sugyas of Shibudim. Now, the Svarim, they're not, I'm showing them to you not because I want to sell them to you and make money. It's nothing to do with money. I gave out 700 of these were put in shuls in Eretz Yisrael, in America. Just they should be in the shuls, and Baruch Hashem, I've heard people have seen them, and people are interested, and they like it, and that's really what it's about. I gave it to a distributor just that it should be available in the stores, that people who want to get the sefer, how are they going to get it? They can call me if they want, and if they want it for free, they're welcome to have it for free, but just where they can get it. So any shul, any meiser that wants to have the sefer can call my distributor. It's called Hafotzas Sifrei Chachamim. The number is 347-930-8594. 347-930-8594. And the email is Gmail, yeah. Sifrei Chachamim, SIFREI. Chachamim is CHACOMIM @gmail.com. That's 347-930-8594 or Sifrei Chachamim @gmail.com. He has instructions to give it for free to any meisid, any shul, any yeshiva, any koil that wants to have it can have it for free. I'm not interested in making any money on this. Also, I mentioned before the Sefer Rabbi Yosef, which fooled me into thinking I'm going to have an easy time saying these learning Chumash with the Olam. This sefer is also available for free to any moisid or any kollel yeshiva that wants to have it. Is available from the distributor for free. Okay, good. Now, so we're talking now the yontif of Shemini Atzeres. So it's a Berachah is read on Shemini Atzeres. So on Shemini Atzeres, I don't have the psukim, I didn't mark it on the Chumash, but the reason that Shemini Atzeres, Rashi says, Medrash, that Rebbeinu Shalom said, Koshalai Predaschem. Here with me all Sukkot, 7 days, Koshalai Predaschem, stay with me for another day. That's Shemini Atzeres. So, I have a few questions on this. First of all, so what's going to be another day? It's like, sounds like all sort of like sentimental, stay another day. What's the other day going to do? So then it'll be another day. So, and then you're going to go. So what do you gain by that other day? That's one question. And if the Koshalai Predaschem, you want another day, why don't we do Sukkah and Lulav and the Dalminim? Why don't we do the mitzvos? It's Koshalai Predaschem. Why don't we do the mitzvos? No, the mitzvahs stop in the 7 days. The 8th day you can stay here. No mitzvahs. There's no mitzvahs hayayim on Shemini Atzeres. Why is there no mitzvahs hayayim? What happened to all the mitzvahs that we did the whole yontif? If you're nostalgic or you want to stay another day, so let's do the whole thing. Let's sit in the sukkah. Let's take Esrog and Lulav, the Arba Minim. Why not? So I think that the Vart is like this. It comes to every yontif, Pesach. When you go away from Pesach, so the yontif is over and then you go away. But you still take the yontif with you. How do you take the yontif with you? Because you have Svir Soimer. So, and Svir Soimer is leading you from Pesach to Shavuos. So when you leave the yontif, you have not completely left the yontif. You're still bringing the hashpos of the yontif with you. Shavuos. So what happens in Shavuos? Shavuos you have miluim. You could bring 7 days. You could bring miluim. You could still bring the korbanos. So Shavuos really extends. You see in the Gemara in Moed Katan with the different yonim that Shavuos really extends beyond that day. It extends further. You can bring the korbanos for 7 days. So you go away from the yontif. You still have an extension of the yontif. You don't just abruptly leave the yontif with nothing. No, you leave the yontif, and then you have a little more time, and then you're back to life. What's with Sukkot? Sukkot doesn't have anything after it. As soon as Sukkot is over, then you're finished. Then there's no more, then the yontif is finished. So Shemini Atzeres is saying that even if you don't have something like Sphira, but you still should bring the hashpoyas with you. You should not just walk away from the yontif and it's over and it's finished and that's it. No, the hashpoyas of the yontif have to come with you. Koshalai predaschem. I don't want you to just walk away from the yontif and then you're back to the chayil and the hashpoyas of the yontif are gone. So the point of Shemini Atzeres is to tell you that koshalai predaschem, that I don't want you to leave the yontif and just walk away and go right back into your life, and the yontif was yesterday forgotten, and today we're back into the chayil, and no, koshalai predaschem, I want you to keep that shpo with you. So the mitzvahs hayayim of Shemini Atzeres is koshalai predaschem. That's the mitzvahs hayayim. If you would have the sukkah and the lulav, it would be just another day of sukkahs. It would be just like a sentimental thing. Okay, one more day, okay. But if you have no sukkah and no lulav, so what is this day about? What is it about? It's about koshalai predaschem. That's what it's about. I want you to know this. Koshalai predaschem, you leave the yontif, you take the hashpos yontif with you, you take them into your life, you help it It should help you elevate your life even after the Yontif is over. So, on Shemini Atzeres, you have something which you don't have in the rest of the year, other Yom Tovim. Other Yom Tovim, the Parshas that come up in that time, you don't read those Parshas on the Yontif. Even on Chol Hamoed, you don't read those Parshas. You read things in the Torah that relate to the Yontif itself, to the Korbanos, to the Avodah, and things that are relative to the Yontif. That's what you read. If in the Seder of the Parshas, you come to a certain Parsha, it comes out in Yontif, it gets skipped. We take a pause. After Yontif, we continue the Seder. Zois HaBracha, we learn on Shemini Atzeres. It has nothing to do with Shemini Atzeres. Zois HaBracha. It's nothing to do with the Yontif. The Yontif is Kashalai Predaschem. It has nothing to do with it. But the minig, which Chazal made, with the way they set up the system, is that you have Torah, you have, since there is no mitzvos hayom. So the Chazal said that there should be the siyum of the Torah is Shemini Atzeres. So you have on that Yontif, you have the Gvaldige Simcha of Shemini Atzeres, of Simchas Torah, and this does not conflict with the idea of Koshelai Predaschem, because it's not related to Shemini Atzeres. It's coincidental. It's just there, and it's just that's when you do it. So on that Yontif, where we don't have other mitzvahs, we have this to give, to give color and meaning to just, instead of just sitting and thinking about Koshelai Predaschem, which is extremely important. So we have the simcha, and the simcha is really about the parsha. It's about the parsha. It's about all the akafas. They're part of Hitzah V'Achnasa. We're taking out the sefer to learn Zois HaBracha, and the whole dancing and everything. It's the Hitzah V'Achnasa of the Sefer Torah. But we don't just open up the Torah and Kodesh, take out the Sefer Torah. We open it up and we take it and we make a coffins, we dance with it, and then we do Susharim and everything. It's all about Hitzah V'Achnasa to come to Zois HaBracha. So you have over here two things going on now on this Yontif. So this is a Yontif which is full of mitzvahs. There are many mitzvahs are related to this time, this period. Rishon L'Cheshbon Avonos, according to some Pshatim, is that there's no time to do Naveira. There's no time, you're too busy with the mitzvahs. So this is very much a time of intense mitzvahs. It's intensively mitzvah time. It's also because of the Simchas Torah, because of learning Zois HaBracha on Shemini Atzeres, it's also intensely Torah, very much Torah. So you have Torah and you have mitzvahs, these two things. So I would just like to say a thought about the relationship, a pretty simple thought, maybe it's obvious, the relationship between Torah and mitzvahs. What is the relationship? Torah is a mitzvah, but besides being a mitzvah, it's talmid Torah, it's Torah. So what is the relationship between Torah and mitzvahs? So we know that we say, Kadshenu b'mitzvaysecha, v'senchakenu b'soyresecha. Be mekadesh us with the mitzvahs and give us a chelik in the Torah. So which comes first? Apparently, first comes mitzvahs, then comes Torah. Kadshenu b'mitzvaysecha, v'senchakenu b'soyresecha. However, we say in Berachah Krishma, Hareneinu b'soyresecha, so we say first Torah and then mitzvahs. And then in the morning, by the brachas, we say Shtageleinu b'soyresecha, Tapkeinu b'mitzvaysecha. Again, Torah is first and then mitzvahs. And then at the end of Shemini Atzeres, we say P'sach libi b'soyresecha, V'acher b'secha tirtiv nafshi. Again, first the Torah, then the mitzvahs. So if Torah comes before the mitzvahs, why do we say Kadshen mitzvaysecha v'seichokenu b'soyresecha? What is the relationship? Name shots like this. What is the meaning of Kachenu b'mitzvah? Be mekadesh us with the mitzvahs. How's the Rebbeinu Shalom mekadesh us with the mitzvahs? What does that mean? It just means that by giving us the mitzvahs, he's mekadesh us in the mitzvahs. Just having the mitzvah is mekadesh us. That raises our level. It gives us kedushas Yisrael because we are mitzvah in the mitzvahs. That's all it means, nothing else. Now, you cannot come to Torah. You can't come to Torah like a burek. You can't come to Torah without being meluvish b'mitzvahs. A person is mekudesh b'mitzvahs, then he's a higher madrega, even if he didn't do anything yet. Not because he's kiyam b'mitzvahs, because he's mekudesh b'mitzvahs. I mean, I'm assuming that he's not, that he doesn't do averos, he does mitzvahs, but just the mere fact that you have mitzvahs, that empowers you and gives you the right to sit down and learn Torah. So avad the mitzvahs comes first. If the bunch doesn't give us mitzvahs, we have no right to learn Torah. A guy is not learning Torah. Not allowed to. Trespassing. Not allowed to learn Torah. However, if you want to come to madregas and mitzvahs, you want to reach higher levels of mitzvahs, that only comes through Torah. Without Torah, you cannot reach a higher madrega in mitzvahs. You want to have dvekas in mitzvahs. You want to have madrega. If you have no shaykhs to Torah, then you can only do that on a basic level. Tell you what to do. This is what you do. You did the mitzvah. Fine, you're Makayim, fine. But to reach a madrega of dvekas and mitzvahs, dvekas doesn't just mean to shackle and jump up and down and scream. That's not dvekas. Dvekas means having a connection to the mitzvah, to be dovuk to the mitzvah. That only comes from Horeneinu b'Sorah Secha. Tagileinu b'mitzvah Secha, b'Torah Secha, v'davkeinu mitzvah Secha. You want the dvekas and mitzvahs? Tagileinu b'Sorah Secha. Come to madregas and Torah, then you could come to madregas and mitzvahs. Psach libi b'Sorah Secha. If your life is pasuach to Torah, if you're koine Torah, you're holding by Torah, then acher mitzvah terv nafshi. Then you could have the madrega of redicha, the redifa acher mitzvahs. A person just running after mitzvahs because people are doing it, so he runs after mitzvahs. He's not a roidev achar mitzvahs if he doesn't have any Torah. No. So again, kachein mitzvah secha means that by giving us the mitzvahs, then we are allowed to learn Torah. Then we have the right and the privilege of learning Torah. But to reach a madrega into mitzvahs, that you have to come only from Torah first. So, should say something on the Parshas, no? So I want to talk about the last pasuk in the Parsha, the last pasuk in the Torah, and the last pasuk in this matzav over here, the last pasuk. So it says like this. This is the epitaph of Moshe Rabbeinu. V'leikom navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe. There was no other navi like Moshe. Asher yidoya Hashem panim al panim. Chlo'oisez v'moisem asher shlochai Hashem lasas beretz Mitzrayim lefaroi chalavodov chalartzoi. And now the last pasuk. L'chol hayad hachazaka. L'chol ha'moira ha'godol asher osa Moshe l'einei Yisrael. What does this mean? What's the Yad HaChazaka, and what's the Moira Godel, and what's the L'einei Kol Yisrael? So Rashi says like this. Moira Godel are the nisim that he did. L'einei Kol Yisrael, Rashi says, Shenisoi liboi lishbar luchos le'eineihem, shenemar v'ashabrem le'eineichem. V'skimo daito das HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'datoi. The Baruch Shalom agreed to what he did, that he broke it. Shenemar asher shibarta yasher koyach sheshibarta. So the last words in the Torah are on the shviras haluchos, that Moshe broke the luchos. And what does it mean, l'chol yad hachazaka? So Rashi, Shekibul es HaTorah beluchos biyadav. He was able to pick up the luchos. The luchos were these big stones, very big stones. They were like our boim saw, I think it says, that they were very big, like size of a mikveh. Big stones. And he was able with his hands to pick up the stones. Half of a fella. Was he so strong? Was it a nes? I don't know. It's not mentioned in the Torah. It's the first time we see this. That Moshe was able, the Torah says that he picked up the stones, that he picked up the luchos, but that they were heavy and there was something extraordinary about this, that he was able to lift them up. It's not mentioned in the Torah. Here it's mentioned. And why does this belong in the last pasuk in the epitaph of Moshe, that he was so strong that he was able to pick up the luchos? So what's the pshat in this pasuk? And why is the last words in the Torah about the shviras luchos? It's not it's a shameful period of what we did. Why mention over here the last thing in the Torah is that Moshe broke the luchos? Why? I think the pshat's like this. We know that people have extraordinary reservoirs of strength. A person, let's say, can lift something, right? Okay, so as strong as you are, you lift it. But in certain times of emergency, times of extreme need, then you will find reservoirs of strength that you never knew that you had. I've read stories about grandmothers in a car accident that were able to lift up the car to save their children or the grandchildren. And this is like, who can lift up a car? Big, strong people can't lift up a car. But when it's you have to do it. If it's the adrenaline or just, I don't know what it is, I'm not going to get into the medical, physical aspects of it. But this is very well known, that people can find tremendous reservoirs of strength in themselves that they didn't know they had. Moshe Rabbeinu picked up the stones, not because he was very strong, not because he had highly developed biceps, not because he made a nest. No, Moshe picked up the stones because he had such a desire, such a cheshik to bring Torah to Klal Yisrael, that he was able to do things that went way beyond the normal strength of a person. He was able to pick up these big rocks. And then, when he saw the egel, what did he do? He didn't rationalize. He didn't think, wait a minute, da. No, he said, now they have to be smashed. And he broke the luchos. He broke them. He had such a cheshik to bring them, such a strong desire to bring them, that he was able to lift such heavy stones. No. If the right thing to do is to break them, then you have to break them, and he just broke them. He didn't stop, he didn't think, he didn't this. He did think. He think, what's the right thing to do? And he thought, this is what the right thing to do. So he did it. And what it shows? It shows Moshe Rabbeinu's midas ha'emes. Moshe emes v'sorosei emes. The last pasuk in the Torah is made on Moshe's emes. Moshe's midas emes. He's yoda chazaka. He was able to pick up the stones. It was so important to him, so critical to him, to bring the luchos to Klal Yisrael. But then when he saw the egel, he broke them. Moshe emes v'sorosei emes. This is how the Torah ends. I want to thank all of you. It's been a very great honor, and every week I say, I hope to see you again next week. So I'll say, I hope to see you again after Yantif, and I hope you'll join us when we discuss the sugya of history. Thank you.